We had seen these videos of Justin Bieber being handed over to him at age 15. Great job. Great job. And for his weekend with Diddy camp. I mean, we don't know, but it certainly looks like Justin Bieber is still suffering the fallout from whatever happened to him as he was coming up the ranks of the music world. It really doesn't seem worth it. I mean, I'd love to hear more from his camp about what's real, because it's clear he's suffering. We just don't know from what. And what mother out there would give her 15-year-old boy over to a grown man who's in the rap industry for a weekend with Diddy camp without other adult supervision?
You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Justin Bieber was very young when he came into Diddy's circle. And that tape you referenced of the two of them about to spend 48 hours together or having just was disturbing. And there's no question he had a lot of exposure to this guy. And I think he should say something.
The studio lights glared, but Megyn Kelly's voice cut sharper than ever. This wasn't sadness. This wasn't pity. This was anger, raw, unfiltered outrage. Because once again, the world was forced to look at an old clip that had aged into something horrifying. A 15-year-old Justin Bieber sitting nervously beside Diddy while the hip-hop mogul boasted about having 48 hours of custody over him. Back when it aired, people laughed. The press called it funny. But now, with lawsuits piling up and testimonies painting a much darker picture of Diddy's empire, that footage doesn't look eccentric anymore. It looks incriminating. And Megyn Kelly had had enough.
Because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious it is. Because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile in your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They're not seeing the victim. They're not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah,
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, through all my, business, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way, you know.
Like Robin Big.
Yeah. It's like exactly.
I'm big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever.
This was not mentorship, Kelly said, her voice tight with fury. This was not guidance. This was a grown man bragging about control over a child, and everyone laughed about it. For Kelly, this wasn't just another segment. This was a line in the sand. She slammed the industry for treating Bieber's discomfort like a punchline instead of a warning sign. What kind of system, she demanded, hands a 15-year-old boy over to one of the most powerful men in music and calls it mentorship? What kind of parents, what kind of managers, what kind of agents allow that to happen? Her words weren't soft. They were a firestorm.
If so, bump somebody. All right, thanks. I love you, man. Bye. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
The you of then was on a path of self-destruction.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I would have for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life that have played a huge part in me seeing their relationship with Jesus and their relationship with their wives and their relationship with their kids and saying that's what I want. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
Anyways, I want to also just show you this montage. This is a montage that was shared by Evie Magazine. They do great work on their TikTok of Justin Bieber, again, just 15 years old, in Hollywood, surrounded by a bunch of adults. And you let me know if any of this registers to you as normal. Take a listen.
Wow. I feel violated right now. Wow. Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. Look at what a beautiful face.
Watch the clips closely. Bieber's smile isn't genuine. His laughter is shaky. His body language screams discomfort, and yet adults in the room ignored it. Kelly didn't cry this time. She bristled with anger. That wasn't comedy, she said. That was a child trying to survive in a room full of adults who didn't care enough to protect him. And she was right. The world had failed to see Bieber's nervous chuckles for what they truly were. Defense mechanisms from a kid who couldn't say no. Kelly then turned her fury on Hollywood itself. This is what happens when money matters more than safety, she snapped. This is what happens when agents, managers, and executives look at a boy and see dollar signs instead of a human being. Diddy didn't have to fight for access. The doors were opened for him. The system invited him in. And instead of protecting Justin, those responsible enabled the very environment that nearly broke him. Kelly's anger boiled as she added, "For years, people called Diddy's behavior eccentric. They excused it, they laughed. Well, I'm not laughing, and no one should be. This wasn't an isolated incident." Kelly reminded viewers of Diddy's past claim that he once had guardianship over a young Usher. Back then, people brushed it off. Now, with all we know, it looks like part of a disturbing cycle. Powerful men don't end up around rising kids by accident, she said. This is a pattern, and it's been ignored for too long. Her tone was blistering. She wasn't just pointing at Diddy. She was pointing at an entire industry that protected him. Bieber's teenage years were anything but glamorous. Yes, he had fame and wealth, but he also had breakdowns, meltdowns, and moments where he admitted he didn't know if he would survive. Kelly's fury grew as she replayed those confessions. People mocked him for acting out. They said he was spoiled. No, he was hurt. He was scarred. He was crying for help, and no one listened. For her, Bieber's public struggles weren't evidence of bad behavior. They were evidence of what happens when a child is exploited by an industry that cares more about profit than protection. Kelly highlighted footage of Bieber slumped on a couch at one of Diddy's parties, surrounded by adults, his eyes glazed, his body language defeated. That wasn't partying, she barked. That was a kid drowning in a world of adults, and Hollywood turned a blind eye. Her anger wasn't just at Diddy. It was at every manager, every executive, and every bystander who saw those warning signs and stayed silent. Today, lawsuits against Diddy describe manipulation, intimidation, and environments where young people were exposed to things they never agreed to. And when you match those allegations with the old footage of Bieber, the picture is clear. Kelly's voice rose. This is not eccentric. This is not harmless. This is exploitation. And the fact that it was broadcast on national television and treated as a joke is disgusting. Years later, Bieber broke down while talking about Billie Eilish, saying he wanted to protect her from what he went through. Kelly's anger flared again. He shouldn't have had to go through it in the first place. But he did, and instead of listening, the world laughed. Instead of stopping Diddy, the industry covered for him. For Kelly, Bieber's tears weren't weakness. They were testimony that something was very wrong. Kelly didn't stop at Diddy. She went after the enablers. The industry knew, she thundered. The managers knew. The agents knew. The press knew. They saw a child being cornered, pressured, and exploited, and they chose silence. She wasn't emotional this time. She was furious. And why? Because protecting Diddy was easier than protecting Bieber. Because staying in Diddy's good graces was more profitable than speaking the truth. That's the reality, and I am done pretending otherwise. Today, Diddy is watching his empire collapse. Business partners are fleeing, allies are distancing themselves, lawsuits are mounting. Kelly smirked, but it wasn't joy, it was rage. This is what should have happened years ago, she said, and if this industry had any backbone, it wouldn't have taken this long. Because Diddy's power may have protected him in the past, but power doesn't make you innocent. And eventually, power fades. Justin Bieber survived. That in itself is remarkable. He stumbled, he struggled, but he found his footing, found his faith, and built a life beyond the chaos. For Kelly, that survival is proof of Bieber's strength. He lived through what should have destroyed him, she said. And that's more than most can say. But it doesn't erase what he endured. Her message was clear. Bieber's story is both a warning and a lesson. For years, Diddy thrived on silence, but silence is broken. Megyn Kelly's anger was sharp, her words cutting through decades of excuses. Diddy can try to rewrite his legacy all he wants, she said, but the footage exists. The testimonies exist, the truth exists, and no empire is strong enough to erase it. She ended with a final shot at Hollywood itself. This isn't just about Diddy. This is about an industry that handed him children and called it mentorship. And unless it changes, unless people speak up, it will happen again, and that should make every parent furious. Her voice didn't tremble, it didn't soften, it roared with outrage because Megyn Kelly wasn't in tears anymore, she was on fire. And her fury made one thing clear: Justin Bieber's pain will no longer be ignored, and Diddy's empire will no longer be protected by silence.